I apologise for the late video. It turns out my video recording software had a trial and I was a bit late. But don't worry, I've got this other one now, it should be working. Now, I'm going to be playing as a Vaccinator today and might try a different style of commentary. It might be less tips and more just general talk. I might have been playing with a class other than Medic. I'm also sorry for the lag here, I just started playing TF2 right now pretty much, so it's quite, you know, laggy, but after a few minutes or a few seconds it should go to normal. Or maybe it's just server, but I'll have to find out. Now, I'm playing with the Vaccinator again because I'm sure many aspiring medics who might see my videos might be put off by the fact that they're not exactly, or might not exactly be progressing at a rate they might want. They might feel, you know, that they're not going up to the speed of advancement when it comes to abilities most of the medic men. I'm just here to show that everyone progresses at their own rate, and that, well, just because you're like, how do I say this, I'm showing this because I'm unfamiliar with the Vaccinator. I'm not exactly very good, and as you can tell I'm a relatively good medic, so as I've got this very recently, I'm learning and I have to learn, so, and as you can tell I've gotten slightly better than when I was doing a video because I'm practicing a bit, and that's what they show here. With practice you will get better, but even if you don't see anything immediately, then maybe it's not the thing of practicing. For example, if you want to get extra healing but can't seem to get the numbers you want, it might not be due to a failure to pocket and heal and all that, it might be because your positioning is making so you're an easy target. You should evaluate what you're doing in your games and see what you need to improve. If you want to improve one specific aspect, look at the other aspects that will play into that. To get healing and overcharge and how many per game, you need to stay alive. I'm using this example, but it's a show. It's just so, because we need more Mediguns, I guess, because it's a good thing, but what my point is that if you're trying to learn one thing, evaluate everything that is involved in the process of that learning, as it would allow you to not just improve that, but also improve, as Medic is very, how would you say this, it's based on a lot of things. They all work in tandem, and learning all those things equally will be good. Sure, some more important than others arguably, but honestly they're all very similar when it comes to importance. And even though you might feel like you've learnt one part enough, if you're unable to do others, either it's not likely to be because you're failing in that area, but because you're untrained enough in the other one compared. And being able to be balanced as a medic is very important. As you can see here, I'm having to look at the situation and figure out what would be best. It's a complicated gun, but I'm doing my best to learn and I am getting better. And that's not just down to me having experience, it's down to the fact that I'm staying alive long enough to learn that, to the fact that I'm still focused on other aspects of positioning and all that. It's still a very important thing. You shouldn't distract yourself trying to learn one specific aspect like healing, because if you neglect the other things you've learned, like positioning and all that, you will lose that, and it will lead to you not being able to advance at a rate you can, because then it would, well, cause you to act sloppy during games and all that. Sure, you understand my point. You have to learn more than just the skill you're trying to learn. You have to learn the skills around it in order to have it actually be successful. You can be the best and greatest micromanaging healing ever, but if you're unable to stay alive, you will not be as successful as soon as you can, because, well, that's simply it. The more you stay alive, the more healing, and that's why I focus so much on talking about positioning and staying behind cover and all that. Because even if I'm not the best healer because I'm micromanaging making decisions, the healing I give overall will still be intrinsically useful. Because as you can see, I'm not doing the best with this gun, but I'm still doing good as a medic, simply because I'm staying alive long enough to use it. I'm treeing, I'm doing more stuff, I'm staying safe, and I'm still helping my team, even if not helping them with overcharge, helping them with healing. And this lets me stay alive longer, and more importantly makes me feel like I'm actually contributing. And that's an important part of being a medic. You have to get your mind in that feeling, because if you believe you will fail, you will fail. And I'm just getting out of there because I really don't like seeing people quit a class or a thing they will genuinely enjoy because they believe they're not doing fine. Everyone progresses at their own rate, and everyone has in a way a set limit. You can always get better, but it will slow down. and people sometimes think they've hit that point too early. Many people think they hit the point because they're not progressing one specific skill. They're neglecting the fact that it's not the skill they're not progressing, it's because they've hit the limit of that skill because they've hit the limit of the other skills in the way. They have not trained enough with the other ones and not perfected those enough for the other ones to be learned effectively. If you can't stay alive, you can never learn a skill. If you can't... It's like trying to make a sandwich in a way. You can be the best sputter in the world, but if you don't know how to put your ham on the fucking bread, you're not going to be able to make an effective sandwich. And that's what a medic is like. You need to learn all the steps, at least moderately, in order to learn any of the others masterfully. You have to master all the things, but you can be better at some than others. But they all have to be on a relatively similar level to each other. The positioning to be similar to your healing with the skill and all that. Not particularly entirely true, but you get my point. You know, I have to be a master of all, not just a master of one, to be an effective medic. As you can't become a master of any if you're terrible at one skill. You can be decent at all the others and terrible at one, but you'll never be a master of any if that terrible one is important. You have to be able to do all effectively in a way, and you will be able to do all effectively once you take it seriously. If you actually listen to what I'm saying here, start evaluating why you're dying, why you're not able to learn, either stay alive, whatever, not healing enough to get over, all that stuff. If you evaluate what you're doing wrong and apply that, you will start seeing improvements. It may be slow at first, but improvement speed and learning speed racks up over time. It racks up over time. It gets faster, it gets all that. My dad's calling. I'm sorry about that. I might edit it out, but I don't know how to edit it out, that's the problem. But that'll be one of my little quirks, I guess. Yeah, see, I messed up a bit there, I panicked a bit. And I failed. And that's why not only staying calm, but staying in the mindset that you're doing well is important. Because getting enraged or panicked will lead to lower performance. Just try to justify, try to say you failed because maybe enemy got lucky or something. Or not got lucky, that would have a bad mindset, but that's my point. The more frustrated you get, the more you'll fail, and the more you'll... That would just be a slippery slope. That's why many people, that applies to anything. If you start getting frustrated, you will lower performance even more than you believe you already are. Because then you won't be focusing as much. Try to focus on the good things you've done, focus your other skills and stuff, and become experienced at all skills, and then start mastering them all at the pace you think you require. Because you can't be terrible at one part of medic and expect to be a master of another. Because that part of medic, that terrible part, will hold you back to the point where you won't be able to develop a skill or more. You won't be able to act on it. You can be perfect, but if you don't stay alive or not in the right place at the right time, you can't put that out there. And that's why it might feel like you're not progressing a good way, because you're not focusing on the parts that you truly need to develop still. If you start developing the parts you've noticed you've failed, then that skill you've been spending so much time on will come through, and you'll realise. Sorry if I'm going on about this, it's just that I don't want anyone to be discouraged from playing medic, because it's a very fun class for those who truly want to spend time with it. I don't like people being discouraged because they believe they're failing, because in a way it's all in their head. Not to put it down on them, but that's the thing, focus on the positive signal. I'll stop my little pep talk and I hope it's helped someone out, but let's get to the normal game. Like I said, I'm spending a lot more time with the Vaccinator to learn so I can be malleable like any medic should. It's a bit of a meme gun in a way, but it is effective in some scenarios, and I think it'd be pretty good for a battle medic. As on your own, it'd let you basically pop an Uber any time to get out or survive damage. So maybe I'll show a battle medic one day. If anyone comments at the one battle medic, if getting enough views yet, I might do it, you never know. Right, I'm probably talking to myself in half these videos, but... Oh, a bit of healing. See, I've learned to also got slightly better videos on focusing more on talking and acting, as in game acting wise, and talking more and playing. And why is distracting a bit and not as good as it could be? Oh, that is lucky. It's actually quite... I saw him just about. Yeah. They're saying they're cheating, but we're still holding on fine. Suppose we have 8 minutes, but... Hey, I guess it's prevent spawn camping. But, yeah. As you can... I am having trouble with the Vaccinator. I'm a lot better with other Mediguns, but... that's what I'm trying to slowly improve. There's also another tip we can give is that if you're healing 2 targets at the same time, unless it's the quick fix against any other Medigun, the healing will not stack. You'll only be healing at half the rate of an overcharge, as in you'll be gaining half the overcharge rate, and that's... you could be spending that time overhealing someone else, or healing in general, or just hitting. Yeah, I've got the memoirs between the bullet and the explosive, but nothing else, because those are 2 most useful. See, that is also... I saw that coming, I had to analyse fast and realise I could surf off that to the friends. And that's a useful skill as well. And that's a skill like if you develop will allow you to improve every other skill, because being able to surf damage when you get yourself out of a good position is basically a backup to that positioning. Because if you can surf an explosive or heavy or damage or all that, it lets you get out of that situation you've got yourself in, then you can therefore develop your skills and all that. Sure, I've had enough of hearing me, well, pep talk I guess. I did say this would be a normal commentary, but it's kind of just giving tips on how to feel good as a medic and not just a normal medic. Well, hey, sure you guys enjoy it. I've had to use new video software like you can tell, so my ending recordings will be a bit sloppier, but I think it has some editing software that I might be able to do, and I hope it's still compatible with the YouTube format. If this goes up, then you don't know it is, but oh, it might even be higher quality. I don't know how long it lasts though, because I can't edit, as I always have to use free trials, because, you know, I don't have money and I can't spend fancy money on this. I just enjoy the freedom of it. Yeah, I've survived a relatively long life as a medic. I helped that Pyro there though. He got abandoned crits, that was mental. Oh nice. Yeah, I'm having one of my better games here. 15 assists to 5, 3 to 1. Usually you'll, in my case, you'll get a 1-to-1 healing rate. But you shouldn't focus on your stats, you should focus on what you think you're doing well. Sometimes your team's just not surviving long enough for your stats to be the best, but if you're keeping them alive enough to win, then you've definitely made a difference if they're dying so much. And if you have an overcharge that situation, you can possibly allow them to get some kills. Generally, medic is basically the most powerful class in the game because it allows everyone to basically be a force of nature on the front. It allows them to basically, even a fucking spy can take out entire enemy teams if you critically got overcharge, it allows to destroy everyone. Their medic and our medic, or me and him, are clashing and he's slightly out winning, but I'm still holding on with them. The Vaccinator is good for this. It allows short bursts of survival. And they're heavy trying to dupe us and he is doing fine, but I'm making my guy survive just about long enough against their ballistic damage. That's what's good about the Vaccinator. It doesn't use a full Uber to make yourself survive. You can use one and carry the rest of your team. It's like the ultimate one-away gun in a way for a team that's not surviving longer, and think about it. It's like the Vitasaur or the Mediguns, because it allows you to get away using one charge and survive with the others. Not to mention its other charges, if you use one gun and have them 4, it's essentially 74 Medigun. Hi. Oh, that's not the hell it's called, Medigun. I've already run out 2 times today. Oh crap. Yeah, they're pushing us back here with all types of damage, but try and avoid melee guys as the Vaccinator. Like I said, it's not any extra health. Also use the crossbow as 2 or healing. And I believe it gets rid of afterburn. Use it as a way to, well, you know, get rid of afterburn for yourself or your pocket. As it's just annoying to have afterburn. It slows down your healing. And we have an expert right here. Try and hit them if you can, and you just get them to fuck off because they're scared they can lose any health. Especially if they've got the kunai. They're terrified of damage, honestly. It's funny, but they're irritating. This is what's good about the Vaccinator bonuses. They're just surviving longer, and they also stack for a few seconds afterwards, instead of just disappearing. And it's allowing us to hold out. So, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know if we're not seeing them, but I'm assuming it's not one of the heavies. We heal people who move forward. I heal people at the front lines, not people going back. So that's counterintuitive, it's not going to go to the front lines, but I guess that's kind of... I try and keep the people who are fighting alive more than the people who aren't. Oh, I'm a bit bad at aiming nowadays, but yeah, I'm focused on lots of time of learning the Vaccinator, so the other skills are slightly faltering. And that's another good thing, if you focus on learning a skill and your other skills slightly falter, that shows you've got your concentration where it currently matters most until eventually it becomes muscle memory. As those other ones will be good enough in muscle memory to still be useful, they just slightly falter as you focus on one at a time now. And that's not particularly a bad thing. It shows you've got commitment to that focus. Just make sure that others are well enough muscle memories in order for your learning to be effective and used properly. Keep doing that and eventually you'll just get better and better over time until eventually you just, you know, be good. And a good medic will change many games. It can make teams win or lose, especially in pubs where there are often no medics. In 6v6 comp and stuff, it's a bit less because both medics are pretty good, but that's where individual skill matters over group skill, in the sense of, in pubs group skill matters more, but a good medic will make slightly less teams slightly more chance of winning, because they'll just have the advantage of heals. Yeah, he's from behind, but he's surviving long enough with this to actually still at least survive for the others to notice. That's why the Vaccinator is still good. Sorry, I had to do a duck there. Yeah, as you can see, I think you can pop portable now. You don't. This other medic as well is healing, and oh, I'm having a relatively good game today. Yeah, there's lots of assist due to the guys constantly coming forward. Just keep healing in whatever type of damage is closest, like this pyro, is going to be the most useful. Trust me, it's worth it regardless. Oops. Yeah, they're charging up shots now. Yeah, I think I've had a good medic game this time. I'll have to end it once this round ends, because I think it's droned on a bit longer than usual, but yeah. I think the style of commentary, less direct tips, is still giving tips overall, but I'm just talking. And I like that. I might separate him from the normal tips videos to just talking. But I don't know what you guys like about my videos, the ones who do. I don't know if you like my tips, like my talking, or just like me commentating other stuff I talk about. And I wanna, you know, make videos you guys enjoy, because it's just the best. Oh, sandwich heavy. Selfish, nah. But I do sometimes find it hard to commentate, I think, but I think I'm doing a good enough job for someone who's just started. The last time I recorded any real videos was about a year ago, and those were on my other channel that I'm not gonna direct anything to. Ooh, the Bloot Saga. No. If I ever do get a Bloot Saga again, or sorry, ever equip it and use it, I might do a Battle Medic video. See, I predicted that. Eventually, you'll just become those skills more natural than me. Learn the health pack locations as well for anywhere you're going to surf to. It will allow you to land on them if you have to. And trust me, landing on them is the last thing you don't want to do. It might let their health register and let you survive. And the surfing medic is a lot more going to survive than the non-surfing medic. Infinitely more. And even if a medic is slightly less in every other aspect, being able to survive just lets his heals more prolific. The medic isn't based on really skill in hitting or healing, it's based in skill on surviving. And that's why I'm quite conservative when I'm coming with this stuff. I'm trying to avoid sniper sightlines, because not only are you a target, you're a very valuable target, like it's based on their survivability. So focus on getting all the survival aspects, and then do your healing, because it all... So yeah, I'm back to this topic again, but if you're going to learn medic, learn to survive and then learn to do extra heals. Ignore any criticism they have, because they'll stop it once you threaten to change class. And that's my tip. Learn survival and then learn healing. Learn a bit of healing more to be, you know, genuinely useful. Learn survival and your healing will come naturally after, once you can stay alive longer. Because just being there lets you heal enough. I've got 11,000 healing right now, and not as much as I should have due to the less overheal bonus, but those high stats at least give an indication of survival in my eyes, not just ability to heal. As medic heals at the same rate regardless of class or skill. Sure, some will make it slightly more higher, but it shows their ability to survive and that's what truly matters. Oh, but back to the topic, we're actually pushing them back. This is actually a pretty good thing if your whole team's doing that, just a few overextended stuff. Because pushing forward means they can't get to the cart fast enough. It means they have to push you inch by ground and ground by inch and all, and that stops their access to the cart and just lets them live. Also, a Vaccinator's bonus is infinitely superior to a normal Medigun healing ability. Trust me. As you can tell there, it's working. Oh, thank you. A good man. Yeah, you should usually, if you're any other main watching, quite reserve your sandwich for the Medigun mode scenarios. He'll usually, if he's good enough or observant and like me, he'll usually target, you know, anyone who's low health, except if he's a medic girlfriend. Then just tell him to go fuck himself. Oh. At Domination, haven't had one of them in a long time. Yeah, this is a lot closer than you think, but we're still relatively better team, it seems. I think my healing's helped a good amount. Just stopped the heavy from rolling over us, but I put it down to my team's ability. Try and stay behind your pocket if you can. It helps a lot, but yeah, the headshot. Apparently, oh, that guy's calling out a blue Uber. Try and retreat if you can. They're pushing us back, but they're not going to be able to get to the other point. It's been far back too long. It's literally going to be a different plane. If you see any sniper looking and you don't think you can escape in time, hit a quick Uber on them immediately. Trust me, that will be useful. If you go in one switch resistance in the Vaccinator, I believe you have to press R to that one and then Uber charge again. Which I believe allows you to have 2 types of resistances at once now, I've just noticed. See, I'm improving. I'm giving tips just because I want you guys to be good. Because, well, good medic mains, or good medics in general, it just helps. It's a good thing. And it makes everyone feel better, and lets potential free-to-players who might feel bad to survive. And the more players TF2 has, the longer this game will survive, and this game is going a bit of a crisis, because it's just not as popular as it used to be. Yeah. Try and jump about if you can. I died there due to my stupidity, but try and dodge back to a region. Strafe left to right and jump around. In a way, jump and strafe, because it kind of throws people off, as it through the air you're half stun locked, it seems. It's just hard to control, and you're not going to go where they expect counterintuitively, because they'll go where they think you'd go if you're moving, not where you're stun locked. And these are things you can learn yourself, but just giving one out there to make your survivability longer, and then you'll learn other tips even I don't know. Not that I know much, but I know just about enough to get by. And I think I'm doing it in a way that makes me seem a bit smart. Victory. Yeah. Oh, nice. Second place. Yeah, I think I'm a relatively decent main. I had 13 invulnerabilities. Vaccination vulnerabilities are measured by how many times you did a full bar. I'm gonna have to end this here though, because, you know, reasons. Oh, I apologise. I think I pressed the wrong button, but these outros are going to be a lot more awkward nowadays, thanks to the... But I'll just end it here. Oh, I think my talk's a bit high. Anyway, have a good one, lads.